where we just focus on somebody's front door or flower box or whatever. Another day, we may be seeing a vista, a beautiful, hill town off in the distance. So we'll be doing aerial perspective. How do you make something look far away, and how do you make something look closer up? We'll do different things so that you have a whole repertoire when you finish of things that you know how to do now, but also hopefully some gorgeous paintings too. And this place is so beautiful. I mean, it would be hard not to produce beautiful paintings.
Will you help us go step by step
on
some of these things, exactly how to do it?
Yep.
Jay, so to break even, the only thing we have to do is each of us sell one painting for $3,500.
I would hope that you would sell some paintings to make back part of your money, so that you felt that you didn't pay $3,750, that you only paid $1,500 or whatever, and maybe you sell enough that you didn't pay anything, to cover all the costs.
Well, then, if you sell the paintings, isn't it a business trip and you can deduct it all?
Well, if you sell enough, yeah. And the other thing is how many canvases to bring, how much paper to bring. I would say I would bring 15 panels for oil painters, and for watercolors I would have at least enough to do 20 paintings paper, whether it's a quarter sheet or eighth of a sheet, so that you have enough. We'll fill in with the pen and ink, so you'll have a lot more than that. But the reason I say that is sometimes if we do a sky painting, you may do a sky painting in an hour.
Right.
And then, okay, what are you going to do? We're going to still be there for another hour and 20 minutes. What are you going to do? So pull out another piece of paper, another canvas, and you do something different. So you could some days produce a couple paintings. Another day you might only produce one, and some days we might not paint. We might go and just tour. Like if we go to a CC. I would always say take your sketchbook and your pens with you.
And your camera.
And camera.
And your camera, definitely. Always have that in your bag, your purse or whatever, so that wherever we go, sometimes if you're sitting in a cafe having a cup of coffee, I mean, you can get a nice little sketch doing that. So we just want to have fun, and we want to have paint, and we want to have good food, and drink some nice wine. Yeah. We probably will go to a winery or two and taste different wines, and a lot of times these wineries are very beautiful, so we could also paint there first and then go for a tasting afterwards. I don't think we want to paint draw, but we'll paint first and then taste.
Jane, do you have a tentative itinerary?
I will send that out to you. What I wanted to do today, because I need to talk to Edmund about, he has great ideas, but he asked me to find out from you, what kinds of things would you like to do? I'm going to write them down, and then I can tell him sort of what we're interested in, and then I will send out the itinerary. He's going to put it together for us, because he sort of knows that whole area. He knows what's beautiful, and but if somebody says they want to do some water with boats, there is a lake there we could go to. So what I want to find out from everybody is, you just kind of write something down on my pencil. Any ideas of things people really want to do?
To do as in to paint or as in to do?
Both.
Art museums?
Yeah, I would like water at some point.
Okay.
I didn't know there was water.
Yeah, there's a lake. Any other things?
It's
Whatever?
there's lots of
Yeah.
I would
options and
like to do landscapes,
Mm-hmm.
but that would include some with architecture
Oh,
and
definitely.
maybe some
The old towns. the
hills.
old-
Yeah.
And also maybe to have a couple of places, if it does rain, maybe he has some interior locations like churches that in mind at least, or
Right.
covered areas.
I know that the town of Toady has a lot of archways that you can get under, and then you paint the next archway,
Awesome.
So we could do stuff like that. We also have a studio there too, but I would rather go out, even if it's rain, because personally, I love rainy day paintings. I mean, I think they're great. As long as we have some cover to get under, we can do that.
When I went there before, we went to an area, I think it's called Casale. It was Roman ruins. And it was just very interesting to do something totally different than the hill towns and the architectural stuff.
Oh, that's a great idea. Any other places you went? Because Now, Charlotte has been to La Ramita before.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Any other things that you really remember that you loved?
There was one area, I don't remember where it was though. It was along a river. It was a bridge across a river,
Oh,
and then
that
you
would be
could
great.
see,
Bridge, big, great.
Yeah, bridges are.
I think it was a monastery or something like that up at the other end.
Okay.
So that was
A
kind of
bridge would be
interesting.
wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this an area where they do Italian pottery as a visit?
Yes. Actually, there's a town that's very famous for their pottery.
That'd be a nice visit.
That would be a fun thing to do. You remember? I can't remember. It begins with a D, but he'll know.
Are there any locals, people who would
Model?
model?
I don't know. We'd have to pay him.
Um,
Model.
The other
You
thing,
know, just, you know,
Yeah, for those
There's
who
people
are
who would
talented
be-
enough to do.
you know, interesting to paint. Maybe just,
Or
take photographs
places we
and-
could go where people would be, you know, like
Yeah.
in the landscape, like
the other
To
thing
make it
I recommend
interesting.
is when you are painting, if you see people
Pictures.
in the town, take pictures of people,
behind,
because you can
fill 'em
paint
in.
the landscape and later on, back in the
Right.
studio, add people to it.
right.
What's your experience with people hauling cameras? That have you had people that? you know,
I have a pocket camera, a little
Pocket.
tiny one,
Yeah.
or even your cell phone camera takes fantastic pictures.
Don't haul a great
Don't
big
haul a
camera.
big camera. And besides that, we have a photographer going with us, Rob Curry. If you see something you really love, tell him to take it. He'll take 100 shots of it. And Edmund has a printer there that we can print out, so.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Oh, that's great.
Does La Ramita also have a computer for us to check email or?
Yeah.
Yes.
It does have Wi-fi
It
there.
has Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Well, that's different though. Do we have to bring our own computer to check it?
No.
Our smartphones
They have
don't
one.
work over there, right?
Yes,
I mean-
if they have a Wi-Fi, they, of course.
Oh, wow.
No, but you'd have to pay roaming charges, right?
Yeah, use the
I
one.
don't think so. Not if you're on Wi-Fi.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're on Wi-Fi,
So
yeah, you're
that-
right. You can
That
check.
would work.
If they have Wi-Fi,
Right.
you don't need.
You turn off the roaming for telephone
Right.
calls.
The other thing I wondered is it possible to have like a mail link to mail some of this equipment?
I asked him that.
Or coming back to
Mail
mail
the
our
paintings.
paintings back or?
We could probably have a paintings mail back if there were some that were wet. I asked him about shipping our paints over there, and he said, "Oh
You
my
may
God,
not
don't
get
do it."
them.
He said,
3
he
weeks.
said, he told me he mailed some books, and it took 6 months.
Nothing.
So it's not reliable.
Unless it's FedEx, but that's, I mean, they have that whole thing where you can send your luggage, you can send
But it's
whatever.
expensive.
But it's not cheap.
I wouldn't,
DHL
I wouldn't
does
send
that.
anything through Italian post that would break your heart if you lost it.
It's 6 months.
Jane?
Yeah.
Rural farm scene?
What was that?
We got plenty of
A
those.
rural farm scene to paint?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, farm scene.
Or vineyards. Or
Plenty of those.
Lots of
Even
it.
La Ramita's area, I mean, they've got goats and olive trees. and-
Yeah. It's a very pretty setting, and actually, the first day when we arrive, of course, we're gonna probably be very tired. You get settled into your room, but maybe in the afternoon, what we'll do is paint on the site of La Ramita and just go over, you know, how to do a simple painting of, it's a beautiful stone monastery, and they have a very pretty garden in the back. We'll pick something out and we'll paint there.
Well, as you pointed out, it's overwhelming when you're not used to doing it. Like, oh, look at all of this, and
Right.
you know, you could help us with
Right.
how,
How do you
how to
decide what,
focus in on.
how do
it.
you focus in on something?
What's the name of the monastery?
La Ramita.
Lot of meat.
That's where we're going. Oh, and I
Oh,
have
look it
actually,
up on the internet.
no,
and
no, I
see.
have brochures here. Let me
Oh.
give everybody a brochure.
You get the brochure.
Should we bring snacks? Do you think they'll have like
He
snacks?
sent me
Well,
these.
I'm sure there that they will, but I always bring some when I travel on
Right,
the
on the
plane.
plane, but I just wondered.
I think there that they'll have.
They do. They do bring snacks. They provide snacks. when
They
you're up.
do?
Yeah. From what you told me.
That, I'm sorry.
They do provide snacks.
Yeah,
when you're
I
up.
presume, from what I heard about all the food, I thought probably once we're there, we don't have to.
Charlotte, you remember, right?
Just on the plane.
They
And
just
Charlotte,
provided
you
us
have,
lunch.
you've been there,
dinner,
was the
breakfast.
food good?
The food was excellent when I was there. If they have the same women cooking, you won't be hungry.
Was the wine good?
And the wine.
What's the wine?
How's the
Oh,
wine?
The wine was excellent. Actually, Jane, my husband forwarded me an article on Umbrian vineyards. I'll forward it to you.
Okay,
maybe some of the others are interested, but,
So Jane, there was a question about snacks when we go out on the sites, and I thought that they did provide something, but
I don't know. That I can
Charlotte
find.
doesn't remember.
I'm bringing
I don't remember them giving us like box lunches or
Yeah,
things
you
like
don't-
that. but-
They told me they could do that, but that, you know, they said if you're going really far away, they don't recommend it because there's no
No
refrigeration.
refrigeration,
This is really pretty to paint, just this very picture on the front.
yeah.
Down the hallway to the left.
The what?
How's the room arranged?
Oh, yes. The other thing is that most of you are sharing a room unless you paid for a single. And so we have to figure out who is rooming with whom. Some people who know each other already know who they're rooming with. We have one woman coming from Hawaii, Deneen,
I
and she.
don't know who I am with.
Yeah, I don't know who I am with.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Are the bathrooms like down the hall?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have,
Is it like
Have
a
a
college
schedule?
bathroom?
If you have to give everything on
They're just single bathrooms, toilet.
Here's what I have so far.
Yeah.
Just
Deneen is
one
gonna be with
person at a
Coletta.
time?
oh my goodness, I could make it
Jean Moore, you're with Liz.
interesting in the morning.
Luda, you're with Lori.
Right.
Ginger, you're with your sister, Peggy. Does she go by Peggy?
She goes with Peggy.
No, Peggy's not a painter, but we have a couple people going that aren't painters. Charlotte, you have a
We'll hang
private.
out with you
There's
and go
Tom
drink
Brace
wine
and
Judy,
when we get
I'm not
there.
there in the corner, I'm not a painter.
Vicki, you have a private room.
Yes.
And Janelle, who's not here, has a private room. So the rest of you, I need to match up. So, I need to match you up, and I need to match Parvane up, Karen.
Is Conchetta?
There's only one, there's only one bathroom.
Oh,
Not
No,
Jenny.
there's one at each end.
So two people can be in the bathroom at a time.
Yeah.
put me down for Friday.
Did I?
Bottom floor,
Let me
top
see, hold on.
floor. I was on the bottom floor before. It works. I can't,
When you get up in the morning, you
some
don't,
people showered in the morning, some people showered in the evening.
Yeah.
well, I guess we'll see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? I have to wait, I guess. I guess
To wet me.
Oh, well now that's an
That
issue.
could be a
Little
problem.
chamber pots that they used to in the old days.
Well, that's an idea.
Well, there was a time when I was here, that they, you know, what they used.
Well, I was thinking, I knew that